首先呢，我们邀请到了第一位要上来为我们 pitch 到呢，她是一个15、14岁的小美眉 Patricia， 大家请给她掌声。
Good evening, everyone. I'm the presenter for today. I'm Patty, and Ben is the CEO and founder for AI Point, and he had experiences in TSMC for 10 years. I'm truly excited to be here to share with you something very special, how we're using AI to save one of our most precious commodity, water. At AI Point, we believe that technology shouldn't only make life easier, but also make our planet healthier. Our mission is simple, using AI to make our water treatment smarter, cleaner, and safer. AI Point is a team of water experts, engineers, and AI scientists. We come from years of experience in both industry and environmental protection. What we saw was a big challenge. Traditional water treatment is often inefficient and reactive, so we decided to do something about it. We built AI Point to bring precision and intelligence into water systems. Our vision is a future where industries, factories, and cities manage water in real time with zero waste and maximum safety. Let me introduce our first innovation, the AI Precision Dosing System. In traditional wastewater treatment, chemicals are added based on manual experience, which can lead to waste, pollution, or underperformance. Our system changes that. By collecting real-time data from the water and analyzing it with AI, we calculate the exact amount of chemicals needed, no more, no less. This not only saves money, but also reduces chemical usage by up to 30% and ensures the water stays within environmental standards. It's like having an expert operator working 24/7, never tired, always precise. But what if something wrong happens? Water treatment plants are vulnerable. A sudden spill, illegal discharge, or sensor failure can cause serious damage. That's why we created the AI Sensor Defense System. The system acts like a digital bodyguard. It watches every data point in the system, every second. If anything unusual happens, a toxic spike, strange readings, or sensor malfunction, the AI immediately alerts the team, and in many cases, automatically adjusts the system to prevent disasters. It's not just monitoring, it's predicting, defending, and responding, all powered by AI. At AI Point, we're not just building products. We're building a future where clean water is managed with intelligence, where industry becomes more sustainable, and where AI becomes a true partner to the environment. Join us in making water smarter with AI. Thank you.
感谢 Patricia， 她2天前还特别从台湾飞过来参加哦。然后大家都要帮我注意哦，每一位的这个 pitch 的人，因为等一下最后呢，每一位都是评审，每个人都可以选出自己最喜欢的一个 idea。好，让我们请到下一位。下一位有请我们的蔡信君。
Hello everyone, thank you for staying and thank you for listening. So I am grateful to have this opportunity to share with you one of my dream projects I've been working on for quite some time. So I am not a technology person, I'm not a tech person. You know, many societies are having more and more aging populations. So long-term care, you can, next please, oh, I can do it. All right. So we definitely need care providers. This is definitely important. So professionals are important, but most importantly, we need people who can go to your house, go to community base, family foster homes or long-term care facilities to provide care. So for these caregivers, usually they will go through some very simple short-term coursework, and they take courses in the classroom where they practice some basic skills. So there's no interaction with real work sites. There's no interaction with patients or residents who they will have to provide care afterwards. So this kind of training actually has created a lot of problem for them to transfer their skills, especially when they first enter the job workforce for their first job. So now with the AR, VR, and AI advancement, I do think we have opportunity to transform the training. So imagine we can use these technology to create a virtual environment that can mimic different kind of work sites. And you can create different scenarios for them to practice in a more integrated way. So it's not just learning how to transfer a patient, a resident, but now you can learn your skills while you are interacting with this virtual characters in the environment. At the same time, when you are transferring your elderly with dementia, you learn how to communicate with them. And then these are soft skills, so you can actually integrate all the skill set all together and can make a better judgment. Lastly, because the AI, you can capture data. Therefore, the system can actually give you immediate results, giving corrections as well as adjust the training content, figure out how to better tailor their learning needs. So in summary, long-term care workforce is needed, is critically needed. But right now, we need a new solution to transform our training module. And I think it's time for us to think about using AR, VR, and AI as a way to transform our training. Thank you.
好，我们请到我们的第3位刘嘉欣。
Hi everyone, I'm Jiaxing. I'm the CEO and the founder of AST AI, or in short is ASTA. We actually, there is actually each year there's over 2 million people died because of bacterial infections, and actually there took 2 days to detect or identify the critical bacteria like the carbapenem resistance, Klebsiella pneumonia, and you can start be admitted into ICU because of simple cough. It's terrible. So we are thinking why or how the physicians are treating their patients. So while they are awaiting for the laboratory test or results, they actually depends on their empirical therapist. In short, it's based on their experience. So that also leads to the 30%, over 30% inappropriate antibiotic use. So how can we transform the bottlenecks? So we are thinking to use AI-powered platform to actually train the AI model to learn from the multi-solve mass spectrometry data or signals to predict whether it's the drug resistance bacteria. We can do it in just 1 minute, comparing with the current standard workflow. It's take 24 to 40 hours, so it's quite long. And so we actually here for seeking the early adopters or strategic collaborators, and also we are looking for co-team members. So I think I will take any question after the talk. Thank you.
好，下一位请到我们的杨文忠。OK， 他人不在场，我们直接 play 他的这个。
他现在人在机场。
哦。
徐教授，还有来自台湾，有关于 AI 产学的各位前辈、各位学者专家，大家午安，大家好。非常高兴呢，能够有机会来参加我们徐教授所主持的这一个有关于 AI 在产业界的一个创新运用的一个线上 meeting 啊。那我先很简单的自我介绍一下，我是杨文忠，英文名字是 Wei。我的 education background 是在1992年 台大电机系毕业，然后到了美国，在 USC 还有 Stanford，分别完成 Master 跟 PhD degree 的研究。那在完了之后呢，我的斜杠人生呢，从麻省理工学院的国际工业研究中心开始，然后现在在担任是中华民国民航飞行员协会理事长，同时也是我们长荣航空波音777的机。那我担任这个新年美已经有长一段时间了。那很快的跟大家报告一下有关这个 AI， 我想要谈的是 AI， AI 这个话题呢，我想在军事方面的领域呢，大家已经谈了很长的一段时间，也有相当的一个 achievement 了。那我想在俄乌战争还有其他的这个战场上，我们都看到了这些实际的作战应用。但是在这个民航产业的发展，用到这个和平体系来讲的话，我想我们还有很长一段路要来走。那这些 AI 的实际的影响，我想已经在这个民航产业界已经看出了，已经有初步的效果。特别在几个方面，譬如是在 operational efficiency 跟 cost reduction 这方面，不管是油料、航线的规划、人员的调派这方面呢，已经得到了初步的一个效果。那在于这个 abnormal 的 detection， 这个维护非常安全来讲的话，我相信它持续在往前进步。当然，在法规方面呢，可能我们还有很多发展的空间。所以我也希望说，借这个机会，3分钟的一个简短的影片，然后我希望就是说我抛砖引玉，那我们这些产业界的这个前辈，如果有机会，我们能够进一步的这个来坐下来谈，然后呢，我非常乐意，然后代表我们台湾的中华民国民航飞行员协会以及这民航产业来跟大家学习交流，非常感谢，谢谢。徐教授，还有来自台湾，
是这个。好，让我们欢迎到下一位赵毅。
Hello everyone, my name is Yui Zhao Youyi. I'm now working as a software engineer at AWS, which is working on LLM model inference optimization. I've been at Amazon for almost 5 years, where I've been in 3 different teams. 2 previous teams were doing model, using machine learning for product classification, and also using computer vision for visual localization for delivery robot, known as Amazon Scout. Outside of work, I'm a vice president and a social team lead for Taiwanese in Amazon, as known as Taiwanzonian. We have around 800 Taiwanese working for Amazon in Seattle, and we host events for Taiwanese community. And I also founded the Peak Engineer in 2024, along with my passion in hiking, and I hosted events for outdoor-related activities like hiking, tennis, or skiing. And we, like across different organizations, we also had good cooperation with TJCCS, Qingshanhui. So I'm thrilled to be here and to propose an idea. I believe many people have that in mind, which is the Seattle AI Innovation Hub, shortened as SAI. And the goal for short term is to foster the community and build AI projects. And then the midterm will be like developing an AI incubator. And the hub can actually bring a couple of key factors together, including funding, talents, and ideas. For funding, I'm happy to hear today from Teco that the government, there are some projects. So projects, and for talent, here and also US, we can offer programs, and also in Taiwan, we can cooperate. And the hub can offer supports or mentorship from AI experts, product experts, for people who experience ideas from zero and offer for going to business models. And can also host events from Taiwanese students and startups. And the great thing is that the hub can support OPT for students who, for new grads who are waiting for a full-time job. And what we can actually produce here is including AI meetups and hackathons quarterly or twice a year. And the platform can connect talent, products, mentors, and investors. I believe many of you belong to one of the groups. And the platform can also help some Taiwanese firms to expand into the US marketplace. So yeah, hopefully that's something interesting. Yeah, thanks so much.
谢谢赵友一的 idea。下一位是 Tiffany 周。
Hello everyone, I'm Tiffany Cho, 周小文。然后I'm the co-founder of PrepRoom.com right now. So what's PrepRoom? PrepRoom is a prepare room for interview. So we are trying to create environments that can help the people that's serious, like want to improve their careers. So we create these environments that they can come fully prepared for interview, and maybe they can get their dream job next opportunity. So as our research, like there are 1 of 2 of job seeker feel prepared for their behavioral questions or in general all the interview, and also there are 77% of people are nervous when they are doing public presentation. And obviously, I'm one of the, so I'm actually creating a room for myself as well. And usually, preparing this leads to a lot of like real-time, actionable feedback, and that's what we are providing for our user. In our platform right now it's all in beta right now. So now we are focusing on tech industry, mostly like the tech company. Especially for like engineer, design, or project manager. In our platform, you are able to select like different roles, and also different level, and come in here, and even with specific company you want to interview with. So in here, after your interview, you can get the real feedback of your interview, and we will save the data, so you always come back and compare to your data and see if you get improved. We will tell you what's your weakness, what's your strength, so you can keep continuing improve yourself. And also, as we keep growing, we are not just helping everyone's behavioral questions. We're also going to help you probably like workshop interview or something like coding interview, and even with like portfolio presentation. So yeah, now everything is in beta right now. If you go to preproom.io, you can sign up for the beta. So if you know anyone who needs to practice in the interview, just go there and we will send you back the email and you can go to prepare. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Huang Bohao. I'm a data scientist with condensed matter physics and quantum algorithm background. So yeah, so I'm not actually here for a startup pitch, but to encourage this kind of meetup to continue. So yeah, so here's the problem. Let me start with the things that keep us all up in the night. The large model works. They work, and yeah, we all like it. We all like to use it, but it also keeps us up at night. Because traditionally we think of bias variance trade-off, then we train this kind of gigantic over-parameterized model, and then somehow they are not overfitting anymore. Okay, so one hypothesis of why that is the lottery ticket hypothesis. So we are actually just initialize a very large neural network model, and to initialize this randomly, it contains a lot of smaller network that actually we are going to use. So it's just like we are buying tons of lottery tickets, and eventually, when we finish training this large language model, we can actually train it, and we will find that there's also a very small neural network that actually work for the prediction. So essentially, we start with a very large neural network just to initialize random guess, searching for one still small network to work. And it's the randomized way initialization. We are just searching in this case. Yeah, so in many fields, we all have this kind of needle in haystack search problem. And unfortunately, even with a quantum computer, we'll at best achieve a square root of n speed up. But yeah, we are not likely to use a large-scale quantum computer in like next 3 years or even 10 years. But when there's challenge, there inspires solutions. So for example, like in metaphysics, we try to limit our search space into a subspace. So that's very substantially small, and that speed up the whole process of searching the ideal candidates or someone that's close to the solution. So something, Okay, so this kind of thing lead me to wonder, like, if we can, so like for example, the attention mechanism, there are entanglement between words, and some of the words interact with each other, and in the same sense, like in physics, we have entanglement, and we may be able to search a limited amount of entanglement, and then in a space where entanglement is limited, and then in that case, we reach a speed up for that kind of large language model, but this will cost like $1 million to even run it. Other things that we can think of from the lottery ticket hypothesis is that maybe we shouldn't just initialize it randomly, implement some search so that we are not our search, we are not searching between points that's close to each other, and may be able to reach some practical like times or maybe 5 times faster. And other things that I would like to talk about is like when a physicist starts to do any computation, we actually try to leverage the symmetry of the problem. And like, so there's 2 ways to implement that, like in terms of like what symmetry is there in the data set, like rotation and shifting of the same image, and other things like the neural network itself has some kind of symmetry, like you can swap in the neurons around, and then, so I'm not seeing like a lot of application coming from this kind of operation where you can have some symmetry, and that kind of operation actually lead to identical neural nets. And maybe that's some kind of, this kind of idea may be able to speed up, like to minimize what we are searching in terms of our end goal of training a very neural network that actually work well. So it's essentially just trying to, when we are training the neural network, we are instead just throwing idea out there that in many different fields, we encounter this kind of search problem, and in many different fields, we have many different solutions to make sure kind of, and maybe we can gather all kind of different solutions to this kind of problem, also gather a lot of different problems, and maybe there's a, so that's the conversation going, and maybe there's some match that's not found if we just present all the different solutions and all the different problems in, for example, operational research, and other important that we need to design a better algorithm or better heuristic to solve. Yeah. So the takeaway of the talk is let's keep this kind of meetup going. Thank you so much.
Okay, next one is David Huang.
Thank you. This is just a pitch about talking about broadcast about the NATIA. NATIA stands for the North America Taiwanese Engineer Science and Association, and the Seattle chapter been kind of formed about 12, 13 years ago. But we haven't, for the past perhaps 10 years, we haven't done too much. But the initial 4 years we did a lot of kind of activity. So here I'm trying to promote that, perhaps I could have, try to, if people are interested, we have this headquarters in the Silicon Valley, the NATIA, and they normally have this kind of technical symposium, at least 2 or 3 per year. So you can remotely participate too. That in general, they do have kind of that capability. You don't have to be there in person. But anyway, locally, I also would say that we can promote, just like what Professor Su doing today, is this kind of, we could help also to support this kind of AI event or similar kind of technical thing, and we can have some cooperation with Taiwan kind of industry, and then we try to do that is to help the Taiwan, kind of industry in this area, and that's our mission, for the NATIA. So if everybody interested, you could, kind of go to our website to join that. And like I said, that we do have lots of kind of support, lots of activity, and even here that the headquarters also have a budget to kind of provide like few $100, for some sort of kind of activity here locally. So I'm just trying to kind of say that my goal for this presentation is to kind of tell everybody there's something kind of organization called NATIA Seattle chapter. If you're interested, you can join, and particularly, not just for Seattle, you also part of the headquarters in the San Jose, and also have an active chapter called SV, San Jose, Valley chapter. They are really active, So we all get that kind of information, email or through the whatever the advertisement. Yeah. So thank you for. Oh, okay, next week. I didn't know that. Okay, so this is the kind of, you can check that, from line, you can connect, and then there are all kind of website. You can see what had been happened this year or last year or the past few years at the NATIA headquarters, what kind of the activity we have. Yeah, and then Seattle, like I say that we don't have too much going on, recently, but we intend to kind of see whether we can invite some people, and then we can try to create some activity, interest to most people. Thank you for your attention.